I hope y'all can hear me. What's going on? I don't like to really count the episodes at this point because you want to say the wrong number. But clap it up for me because I'm still standing on the promises of God. Clap it up for me and clap it up for yourselves because another day we still here. Thank God we still here. Thank God we still alive. We still alive. And it is a blessing to be alive. This wasn't on the program, but let me just say, it is a blessing to be alive. I am very grateful to be here. I just thought I'd just, hmm, yeah, it's a blessing to be here, and I'm thankful. I always start this by saying, I hope y'all giving yourself grace, and I don't want to say I hope, because Dick Gregory said it best. There is no such thing as hope. My belief, prophecy, are all out. What I want for everybody, and what I'm speaking over everybody is grace. That y'all would be that y'all really give yourselves that. Cause it's at the point now where I feel like people are not. It ain't just that people are tuned into the wrong frequency or the not necessarily like the best frequency, but man, it's a lot of people that are giving out more than they even have. You giving out not only what you don't have, but you giving out yours. Like it's one thing to have overflow. It's one thing to have a full glass. It's another thing to have overflow and to have a glass that's not full. I think a lot of people are operating from like not just low chakra, like low chakra energy or whatever, but really like energy be depleted because you giving it so freely. And you're not even making sure to give yourself. Like it's like everybody is so it's a lot of it's like this desire or like this and I don't know if it's an innate tendency or what for people to feel like they have to give and give. Some people are literally like they are givers. Some people give they're I don't know, it's like I feel like people are more willing to give than they are willing to keep for themselves. And that's funny because you don't be having it. It's like giving somebody money when you know your account isn't a negative. You giving somebody money. You giving somebody money knowing you got bills. Full transparency. I'm guilty of this. Giving somebody money knowing dang well you got DCE, rent due, gas due, insurance due, but you feel this emotional obligation almost to help somebody emotionally, financially, spiritually. No matter how you slice it, depletion is depletion. And if you are constantly giving out, maybe sometimes it's the expectation of getting something back, or maybe it's just this people pleasing mentality, but whatever it is, don't be dumb. Cause that's dumb. Like it's something that I mean, come on. You giving out what you ain't got. Full stop. You ain't got it, you ain't got it. And that's like that's for money. That's for that's eh, that's for physical energetic exchange. If you don't have it, you ain't got it. You ain't got it. It's like when we was kids and you used to ask your parents, like, can I have some money or can I have money for this? And they would tell you, we ain't got it, even though you see money. Like, if you don't have it, because they used to have it, but it wasn't something we could have. Like, if you don't have it, you don't have it. And I think a lot of people right now are looking for love and looking for things to, everybody looking for something different. But I think right now, if ever there was a time for us to go internal and figure out what we need for ourselves, it's right now. You ain't gonna find it outside you. And I hate to be the one to admit that 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 is something that I'm familiar with. But the thing about it, it's like dang, what's going on? People I feel like are just People are so used to giving and giving and giving and giving out. It's like I'm saying, you got a glass, you got a glass, and it's not just this. You have a glass that's filled, you got a glass that's halfway, you got a glass that's empty. Y'all operating from like empty places. And I think that's a lot of us. And I guess by operating, I'm saying like you giving out what you ain't got. I don't care if it's money. I don't care what it is, but primarily right now it's like the love, the compassion, the things that you give so freely and don't give yourself, don't accept, don't take time to really consider. People be so busy giving that they forget to replenish themselves. And I said this in a video, bro. You gotta picture a relationship as if it's a hot, as if it's a sink, and all of the stuff that it's like, bro. How do I say this? If a water faucet was the equivalent to like you giving, so you got somebody holding the faucet and they just pouring, and they just taking all the water. But you know what? They gonna keep taking the water, and your capacity and what you have is gonna be depleted. What I'm trying to say is, if you give somebody access, somebody will take and take and take. They will leave the faucet running, and they will take as much as you allow them. I'm not saying that you can't give it to people, but it would be silly. It's just not sense. It don't make no sense. And then it's like, dang, we giving stuff away, but we giving it to whoever. Like, it's one thing to be giving something away, but it's like you can give something out of love, which is typically how it should be given, out of love. Like, and that's cool. But it's one thing to not have it and give it away. It's a whole nother thing to give it away to somebody who don't deserve it. Cause either way, you giving it out, you just giving it out. Like if you ain't gotta stop giving it. And if you giving it to somebody who ain't giving you nothing back, you silly. And you playing yourself like a harmonica. You cannot give out and give out. You can't give out and like if you giving something, make sure you got it. Cause if you giving something to somebody and you don't have it, or you giving somebody something with the expectation or audacity to believe that they have to do something for you in return, well, you keep that. If I ever give somebody something and it comes with some type of, I don't know, like, give it if you have it and if you truly, truly have the capacity, and make sure whoever you giving stuff to is deserving of the gift. Everybody don't deserve the gift. Everybody don't deserve access to you. Everybody does not deserve access to you. Everyone does not deserve access to you. Full stop. And that's good. And when you figure out, you know, so much is it's like you have to figure out who deserves access to you, because who are you giving your energy to? Again, like, let's turn our thinking caps on and tune into the appropriate frequencies so we can elevate. Stop giving it out if you ain't getting it. If you're not getting what I feel like, even exchange, like reciprocity is one thing, but don't give something away if you know you ain't gonna get it back. Don't give something. Don't be giving your resources and time and energy to anyone or anything or any situation that is not reciprocating it. But don't do it for somebody who is, I think I'm saying it. I'm pretty sure I feel like this is making sense. If you don't have it, don't give it away. Don't pour from your full glass into somebody's empty glass. You there with no backup pitcher, like, you're gonna be depleted and they're gonna be full. It's okay to not be reachable. It's okay for people not to know where you are. It's okay. Like, you don't have to be on the scene, and you don't have to give anybody anything. You don't owe no loyalty. You don't owe no loyalty to nobody. I ain't talking. I mean, in some cases, you know what I mean? Marriage and all the things, but you don't owe nobody nothing. Now you put yourself in a situation or like you know what I'm saying? Like not a situation, but ultimately if you're not married, if you're not tied down, like you don't have to do for people. I think that's something that really you don't have to. And people will make you feel as if they are entitled. You can't make people feel like that. You can't allow people to make you feel like that. Cause it's like, again, nobody deserves all of you. Really. You ain't gotta give nothing to nobody. But you just can't operate from a place of deficiency. And you can't think that if you give somebody something, you automatically gonna get something back. Or that if you giving it because you want something in return, then you might as well not give it out. But ultimately, you have control over what you give. You have control over who you give what to. You got control over how you respond. You have control over, you have control. And what you give and what you accept. Don't be mad at somebody for accepting something if you just really giving it out. That's kind of dumb. You can't be mad at somebody for just, you can't be mad at somebody for that. It's like being at a buffet. You can't be mad at me if I'm getting multiple plates. Like if that's a good enough example, like I'm going to take it's the person is gonna take what you allow them to. And that's layered. But seriously, anything you don't conserve what's yours. If you have the capacity and the true desire, then be a blessing to somebody else. However, it's something that we all have to do better at, the consideration of our own feelings rather than discarding our feelings and putting others' feelings and opinions and anything on this pedestal. I don't know if pedalizing is a word, but there's something going on. It's a lot going on right now. I think people ultimately though, your reality, your subconscious, everything you deal with, how you handle situations, what you give out, what you receive, all of that don't come down to nobody but you. It's like I keep saying, Cat Williams said it. We tired of you getting with us and talking about you messed up my self-esteem. How I mess up your self-esteem? How have you mad? How can you be mad at somebody for it? Again, you have control. You don't have to allow people access. You don't have to you don't have to deplete your resources to appease anybody's ego or to make anybody feel good. Cause that might be some says that's they got some you don't owe nobody nothing. You don't have to be there. You don't have to you know what I'm saying? Obligatory other circumstances, but for the most part, your loyalty don't go to nobody but you. You and your loyalty with God, that should be a given. But you need to be loyal to you. You need to make sure you pouring into you all the time, no exceptions. It don't matter what. For you jump in that phone in the morning, you better make sure. You really should make sure that you're making your bed, that you're not just jumping into springing up and worried about somebody else is doing. Waking up and checking in on everybody and not thinking, dang, how am I? How did I sleep? How am I feeling? We got to work on these things because we putting ourselves in a tailspin. Ain't nobody gonna come heal you. Sorry, because Lord knows. Nobody's going to, we just, we got to give ourselves what we want others to give us. We have to give ourselves what we expect from others. You just do, even if they gonna do it. Like you have to be, come on, man. Put yourself first. Put you first. Doesn't that sound better than prioritizing somebody else? Like, don't give what you don't have. And if you don't truly give it from a place of love, just don't give it at all. But I really believe that if people, you got to make sure you're full. You got to fill yourself up to full. And from there, then see what you got left. Then determine if you got it. I ain't gonna give you $50 out of my 100 if I need what I need. Like, you don't owe. You're not in debt. Even if you are in school debt, sometimes that ain't getting paid. But in all seriousness, you're not in. No one is, apart from marriage and children. No one is entitled to you. It don't work like that. At our big ages, you don't owe nobody nothing, and you ain't got to feel bad for telling nobody no. Cause I'm quick with a no. You don't have to tell you. You just don't have to. You just don't have to. And I know that's something that we maybe need to like work more on because everything is just, stuff is out of whack. But it's really simple, I feel. Give to you so that you have for you. Like, it's like helping somebody ace an exam, but you're not studying for the same exam. Who gonna pass? It ain't gonna be you unless you an expert. But y'all both struggling in math and you helping them to prepare, but you putting yourself on pause. You need to make sure that what you are doing for someone else does not come at the expense of your mental health. You overall feeling depleted. You just gotta make sure you got it. And even if you do got it, you ain't gotta give it up. I don't owe nobody nothing. And you don't owe anybody anything. You don't owe nobody nothing. And you can say no. And that's your right. You can say no and you should be able to sleep at night knowing that you made the decision that was best for you. In a lot of cases, that's saying no. If you ain't got it, it could be your mood. It could be whatever. But make sure you prioritizing you. Make sure you are filling yourself up to full. Because if you're operating from a place of deficiency, I wonder how far you expect to get. I wonder how far you expect to go. Give to you. You don't have to say yes. You don't have to respond. You ain't got to look. That's why we need to get off these apps. Unless you watching me or somebody like, unless it's 85 South, unless it's Kristen X, Poor Minds, unless it's somebody that's really worth watching, we got to put these apps down. We got to put ChatGPT down. But we need to start putting these apps down because this is like we are so connected but so disconnected from reality. And we trying to quantum leap and manifest and visualize and pray to God and pray to the universe and worship crystals. Everybody needs to get a grip. And I think the issue is there's a lot going on. The cabezas, the minds are fried because everyone is tuned into everybody else's business. I'm so tired of hearing about y'all relationships. I feel like I'm in the bedroom. And a lot of y'all be putting this in your bedroom. Turn it off. Turn it down. Tune out. Disconnect to reconnect. Disconnect to reconnect. Disconnect from the world. Disconnect from society. Disconnect from politics. Disconnect from sex. Disconnect from sex. Because some of y'all having babies and you shouldn't be having babies, but a lot of it's a lot of spiritual entanglement and you really giving it out when you ain't got it. Everybody just needs to think. Think about, just consider you. Consider yourself. The way you would consider somebody that you love you like that, multiplied. And then love yourself, you have to understand. If you love you, who gonna love you better? Who gonna give you the most? We have got to start figuring out where we are psychologically. We got to figure out what we even have. And that goes beyond just, okay, what can I give? But like, bro, what's in your hands? What are you in pursuit of? Like, I pray people just start to wake up. Wake up. I just pray people start to wake up. And by waking up, turn you on. Turn off the phone. Because whatever it is that is getting the majority of your attention, it's going to determine your reality. So, what you want your reality to be? Just giving, 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 and absorbing and absorbing? No. We all just got to get to a place, I feel like we just got to work to be more grounded. And we have to make sure we giving ourselves the love that we are so striving to get. Like, it's important, I feel. And with that, I hope y'all remember that. I hope we can all just do that more. Because I feel like when you give what you don't have, that creates resentment. And then stuff can get, like, just put you first. It's you have to love you the most. You got to prioritize you. You have to consider yourself. You got to think about you before you think about somebody else and how they going to feel. Because you know why? Who's going to give you you? Who's going to give you the energy back? If somebody is getting from you, they obviously need it. You can't, it's like, it's just like, it's more love. We have to give ourselves so much more love and care because it's so easy and we give it out, just giving it out. And then we go home or leave or whatever it is and just feel like we don't have or whatever. I think loving yourself means it's just this consideration of yourself. It's putting yourself. It's really putting yourself on a pedestal. So I can't speak to marriage. I can't speak to having children, but I can say you need to be your priority. You need to make sure you're good before you are checking in on and being everybody else's cheerleader. I would say. But that's also something that you have to, I think that's something you kind of maybe need to work on over time. Because if you are very good at giving and working to be better at like considering yourself, that's okay. Because I think a lot of people get joy in just being generous, right? But at what expense? You gotta make sure you're not sacrificing anything or any part of your happiness. Like, bro, is don't give it out if you ain't got it. And even if you do, you don't have to give it away. You're not obligated. You're not a superhero. You're not Batman, you're not Superman, you're not Batgirl, you're not the Dark Knight. You don't have to be everybody's everything. In some situations or cases, people need each other, whatever. But what I'm saying is you can't solve everybody's everything and you can't be everything for everybody. Because why would you want to? That's draining. It's draining. I'm tired just thinking about it. You just you gotta love you like you be loving them. How you be loving on them, you gotta make sure you're doing that for you. first. Because for real, it's like I said, people will take and take and take, and they won't have no problem because you have, in essence, you giving it away. Cool. But like I'm saying, whether you have it, whether that's the energy, capacity, the money, the time, the resources, whatever it is, keep it for yourself if that's the best thing. In a lot of cases, it is. Unless you have it, cool. But don't give from an empty place and expect. Don't give from an empty place. Because just don't. I mean, I think in giving anybody anything, you got to make sure that you have it. But you also got to make sure that, I kind of said this earlier, be conscious of who you are giving what to. If, just be aware and make sure that mm, yeah, just give you first. It's okay to say no. It's okay because I promise you, they'll find somebody else. Time will pass. But it ain't even about that. It's about the fact that you're not here to serve. You're not necessarily here. You're not here to be of service. Those are just things that. Those just things that. But really, you were meant to just exist, to be, to figure out who you are, and you meant to live, not just give. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. Cause I personally, I'm over that part of my life. Like, I ain't giving you what I got. I'm not giving you what I have. I'm not giving you. I'm not giving it. I'm not coming. If I don't want to show up, if I don't want to be there, if I don't want to explain, if I don't want to give energy to something, I ain't doing it. And that's how you got to be. Cause like I said, somebody will take and take and take and take and take. Cause you giving it out and giving and giving and giving. Like, I want us to really all prioritize ourselves. I really want us to get to a place of like true self love so that energy can go out into the world and everybody can. Ooh, I want so much for us. I want so much for us. I want so much for us. Like, oh my God, I want so much for us. I really do. I really do. Cause I be thinking, we not giving ourselves enough love. We not even realizing that love is the solution. And we ain't giving it out. We're not giving it to ourselves. Like, that be the thing. That's what really needs to be given. And that don't cost you nothing. That don't cost nothing. Love don't cost a thing. It shouldn't. And it shouldn't come with conditions. Like, man. But we have to make sure, like I said, who do you love the most? Like, it should be you. Who do you support the most? Who do you do the most for? Maybe ask yourself those questions because it's all in love. These are things that I feel are important because I feel like these are things that societally we need individually as a whole. And it starts with you. So that's my take on that. Like I said, I want the best for everyone. And I'm hoping that I hope people get to a place. And my prayer is that people just get to a place of just be full. Get to put, fill yourself up to full all the time, every day. Before you give it out thinking that you're gonna get something back, or giving out what you don't have. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but perhaps the points needed to be driven home. And I think also it's just overall, if you giving what you don't have, you're going to be depleted. And you can't blame nobody for you being depleted. Yeah. I think that's it. I think I said it. Um I think that's my wish. That's the last thing. Or at least for now, as far as that. I'm happy y'all here. I'm happy I'm here. And what is this? Woo! 20 somethings. God is good. Like I said, we alive. And yeah. So I'm praying that everybody is doing well. I'm praying that all y'all keeping a level head, relaxing, taking time for yourselves, prioritizing you, loving on you, being kind, being generous, but not depleting yourself or giving from a place of lack or deficiency.